everyone, it's Suzette from Suzette's Craft Studio, and I have another junk journal that I want to do a flip through of. This is still part of my In the Garden series, but you can see obviously there's these wildflowers in the top, and then we have this butterfly, and in the background here it says Angel of Dreams. And then when you open this up on this side, this is a multiple pocket trifold. You can find the video on how to do this in the description. Just click on more. But back here, there's a little pocket. And then there is another little pocket back here. It goes pretty deep. And then there's another pocket. This little goodie in there. And here's another pocket. And then here's this front pocket. You could put it either way. And then I have some washi tape and some stickers in there. And then on this side, obviously there's a little text spot with half of a butterfly. Kind of goes with the paper in the background. And then here is a envelope, which I do have the wings there that you tuck that in. And then there's this card. And then here we have a vertical belly band, and then with this matching journaling card and this beautiful flower you can see there with the rhinestones and the pearl. And here's one of those adult coloring books, so I left it for you to color, but I did do the pink on the outline with some pink lace. And then here's just lightly shaded pink in those flowers to kind of match this. I've got this is stenciled and stamped paper. And then here, my new kit, I've got these clusters here that I will have the sets of these for sale in my Etsy shop shortly, but I've just made this to where it holds this journaling card. And then some old accounting paper for journaling page. You'll find that there's lots of pockets in here, but lots of blank pages for you to write on as well. This beautiful sunflower field. Some butterflies. And then here we have a pocket up top here that I have this tag with the holding this little tag in the front. Here is a kind of a little text spot, but you can slide it back and forth. And then again, I've just added that in there so you can see that there is a text spot, and it does hold, probably hold a couple of items there. And then here down below is another little pocket. Holds that little card. Some writing paper, old paper doily. And then here, picking up the purple in that. There's this tag, and I've got, this is batik material that I've made a ruffle out of as the little, topper. And then I made a little pocket here with that cute little bird. And then on the other side here, same paper. And then I've got this faux letter. And then on the back for you to write on. I thought that was kind of fun. You might find figs in your garden. And then this is, again, some more ruffled ruffled material that I've made, and I've just folded it in half on the edge so it shows on both sides. And then I've stamped those grapes purple just so they stand out. Isn't that pretty, that field look? And on this side, the little matching bird. And then here's one of those garden books, and the paper is quite glossy. So I've just added gesso. I've added clear gesso on here, and then white gesso, and then I've done a little bit of stamping. You can hear it has a little bit of a texture to it. And then I was able to get the whole page out to where it's, both sides of the paper came out. So I wanted to take advantage of that. So I folded these in. This side is a little notepad, and you can keep refilling it with the brads here. And then I've just added a little bit of lace. And then you open it up, there's more of that gesso, but obviously two very large writing areas. And then you flip them up and there's pockets up here that hold these matching cards. And then I purposely got part of the dictionary to hold, so it showed a bird. Something gardening, something to do with gardening, or that you would find in the garden. And then again, you can see that there's gesso, and then I've added this butterfly for, there's a big writing area here, but it has this little note card. There's a little text spot. And then up here, there is a faux tag, but I've got a little pocket here, and there's a cute little embroidered flower with this little ticket. And then back here's a matching journaling card. And then over here we have a little flap. This is a invisible paper clip. I do have tutorials on how I made these as well, but it is double-sided. Each side has an embroidered flower, but it does hold these. You can use them. You can make a little, little tuck spot there, make a pocket or either side, right? But I've left it open so you can further decorate. And then there's just a little ephemera item back there as well. Whoops, going too fast here, fumble fingers. And then with these, there's a little lip on one of the sides, so it's just easy just to slide it in there. And then we've got that paper back there. And on this side, we have double pockets. So back here's a larger pocket. It holds this journaling card. If you can hear my dog, sorry, she's rolling around and making all kinds of noise. All right, and then here's more of that parchment paper, and I've just added these ferns here. And then more of the grape paper. And then I just tried to find something that kind of matched that brownish, that's a natural tint of that paper. And then here we've got these dandelions, upper corner tuck, with this journaling card, and there's a little bit of lace back there. It says wish. Some coffee dyed paper and stamped. And then here's the other side of that double pocket, but I've just added a regular pocket on this side. But I've added some little notebook with a brad again, and then you could write on the back and the front actually. And then these, I have these little price tags, and they just happen to match. So I put them in this little ticket, in this little pocket, but you could pull those together and put a little brad there, or put a safety pin or a bull pin and hold them and have them dangle. That might be kind of cute too. I wanted to spread them out here so you could see the different colors. I'll fix that. And then over here, some more of that yellow paper, the note card, we can write there as well. And then some more faux accounting paper. The other paper, this paper is real accounting paper. And then some stenciled and stamped paper. And then here's a vertical belly band, another flower with a little pearl in there. And then it has this card. Get another little cluster that I made, and then it holds that little card there. Again, this is very old. That's all natural aging of that music paper. And here, I thought this was fun. I've never seen a music paper with pink font or pink ink, so I have that in quite a few of my journals. And then here's a collaged journaling card, and then I've just backed it with a book. You can make a pocket out of it, or just leave it like that and write over that back of that page. And then here's like a faux file folder, and then it's a pocket that I have a little ticket or a little tag. And then this is a little note card, and that's a chameleon right there, kind of hiding in there. Get in there. And then here I've just added some more paper for extending for the writing area, again for you to color. And then another little flap here. Some more of that gardening paper. This was a book on elvins. I really liked it. And then here's just the story, part of the story. Some little extra papers here for fun. And then I've added a little text spot here with that journaling card. And then another big pocket. And I've made this card. It's got some holes cut out and then backed in green, and some lace up here. And then this is a napkin. Isn't it beautiful colors that I've just Mod Podged on there. And then I don't know if you can see it, I've added some gold for some highlights there to kind of match the gold little pearl drops here. Some more writing area. And then here on this side, we've got this little cute little birds in the bird bath with this tag, another embroidered butterfly, and then some crocheted lace. There's some matching crocheted lace here. This is a belly band, but may have made it look like a tag with this journaling card. More writing area. Again, just extended it out. Got these little matching little white and black, I guess white, brown, and black butterflies. Here's a little area you could add a favorite number, a name, a word that you like. And then I've just added this paper. It was just extended. Why let it go to waste? And then here's another large journaling card. And then the back, I've just stained it or splattered the paint and then stenciled it. And then here, one of my favorite openings are both sides, that we've got these double pockets here with this wildflower scene with these matching cards, journaling cards. And then here, another large pocket with this large tag, dandelions. And then I've got the crocheted lace here for the little topper. And then, whoops. Come on. This is a pocket up front with another little card, and I've tried to make, pulled in the yellow and the blue for those. And then here, more writing area. And then this very bright, vivid color. I love it. We've got this journaling tag and then, or card. And then there's a die cut. That's a feather die cut, obviously. And then up here, we've got another card with the same colors, but I didn't put the die cut, I didn't glue it on. I wanted to leave that for you. I actually wanted to put it right there, but I thought, well, maybe that's covering up the writing area. So whoever gets this can choose where they want to do with that. And then there's another little die cut there, a butterfly. It's kind of make it look like a faux button. And then some more vivid colors. I've glued this in, but I've added these little leaves. You could write all over it or write around it. I think that would be kind of fun. And then just a little matching page. We've made an upper tuck with this card here. And then again, some leaves hanging over the edge. More writing area. Those little flaps again. Again, I've made, instead of the card, I've added this as a pocket with the bird card as a little card there. There's the other half of that butterfly. And then this card. And then here's some more collaged paper. And then on this side, you can't really tell, but this is a scalloped edge, right? I've just cut it out. And then more writing area. 2 writing pages. And then here, matching the yellow and pulling in the blue. Just again, extended some little writing area with the little daisies there. And then on this side, I've made a little corner pocket there that holds that card. Left that, you could just write over it or add a pocket yourself. And then back here, this is kind of fun. So we have a little pocket back here, holds this card. And then this is like a little trifold. So up front, we have a little tag with a pocket. And then you open it up and there's some more little pockets with some little goodies in them. And then you open it up this way and there's some more. Whoops, I already showed you that one. There's some here and then another tag here. It says my love for you blossoms. And then there's a little tuck spot here with this little hat with flowers on it. And then we have the back here. And then the side, I've added this crocheted lace or the binding. And we're back to the front. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in purchasing, just click on more and the link will be in the description box. Thanks, bye-bye.